English with Deck. Well, it's another fantastic day. Oh my gosh, the alarm's going off. 1 second. Doom, 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 doom. Don't know about you guys particularly, sorry. I don't know about you guys particularly, but I hate that alarm sound. You know, I actually have kept it there simply because it is so annoying, so intrusive that it wakes me up. And someone could argue, it's better to wake up feeling relaxed, happy, energetic straight off the bat. But, that sound, for use of a better word, winds me up a little bit. So it gets me up, it gets me moving, and then I brush it off, and crack on with my day. Maybe go for a walk, maybe do a run, maybe just do an activity with the kids, We see what happens. It's Deck here from Deck English with another episode of English with Deck. Let's go. Okay, guys, now I want to talk a little bit about, activity and finding time to do said activities. We are all, for the most part, I assume, reasonably busy people. We have schedules, we have commitments, we have things to do. And not to toot my own horn or anything, but I feel that recently, quite a lot of my activities or my schedules have ended up being condensed. Things are now moving a lot smoother. Things are more organized than they were a couple of months ago. And things are busier, without a doubt. Not just work, but personal life and my own activities are definitely a lot more, intense, let's say. And if any of you watch the YouTube videos I create, now there aren't many of them, and I will be the first to admit they are not amazing. They're good, they're funny in their own way, they're informative. Sorry, I'm also just wiping down my desk at the same time. Multitasking man, oh yeah. But they are pretty informative, and they do, they get the point across. And as a reasonably new YouTube creator, I have been sort of experimenting what style works best, what editing method works best. There's so much to learn, and it's an ongoing process. And recently, a lot of my videos have been made whilst I've been on a run. Not sitting at my desk, not sitting on a bench, not even taking a walk through town or by the beach or up a mountain, but whilst I'm running, actually running. Well, there's a few reasons for this. Like I just mentioned, my life has become pretty hectic in a pretty positive way. It's good, it's busy, things are happening. I teach English, I make various bits of content here and there, I help with my wife, we co-raise 2 children, we have a house to maintain, gardening to be done, shopping to be done, plus all manner of other tasks here, there, and everywhere. And, if I wait for the perfect moment to sit down quietly and set up a camera, record something properly, then edit it, it's not going to happen. I can just about squeeze in these podcast episode recording times, but simply because I usually piggyback it on the back end or the front end of my lessons or my general English preparation time. There are times when I do it spontaneously as well, of course, but primarily I will do it around my regular working schedule. And for using that as an example, well, running is already a part of my routine. Especially these days, I am primarily working from a desk now. So, well, I thought, why not use that time and not only listen to music, not only listen to podcasts, not only listen to the sounds of the birds and the waves if I'm by the beach, but also use that time to sort of create various bits of content. I'm outside, I'm already thinking, I'm awake, and it's a great opportunity to sort of share my love of running, English, and the nature with all of you guys and the rest of the world. And that follows perfectly on to health. Health is so important, and these days I think so many people can understand that now more than ever. Running helps physically, of course. It builds muscle, it burns fat, but also mentally. Your head feels clearer, ideas come more naturally, and you don't need to overthink so much. So, again, perfect time to record a video. Um, Sometimes, if I sit down in front of a camera, I do find myself sort of overthinking, stuttering a little. A lot more than I would do in a lesson, let's say. I don't know why. There's just something about that. But anyway, yeah, I think maybe in the lesson it's much more fluid, whereas in front of a camera, sitting down, it's more you and the camera. So maybe I think I feel a little bit of self doubt, possibly, just sitting down and not moving so much. That's a pretty good analysis, etc. Anyway, so yeah, when I'm running, it just comes out naturally. And also, of course, it's a bit more unique. Not so many people do running videos. Not so many people on top of that do running videos in English, or focusing on English language, should I say. There's plenty of people doing running videos who are absolutely phenomenal, um, on talking in English, but they are not always talking about English language, grammar, literature, you name it. So, it just gives it a bit of uniqueness. Now, I do promise you, not all videos will be like that. But recently, I just simply haven't had time to potter about the town, wander around as I please. So, there you go. That is the reason for the recent YouTube shorts being primarily running focused. And, I do hope to get some opportunities to do walking, cooking, traveling videos on the side as well. But for now, yes, they will be running, done whilst running, let's say. And honestly, I would love to hear some feedback from you guys. What do you think? Are they effective? Are they actually a bit distracting? I can obviously critique myself, but at the end of the day, I need the real reviews from you guys. Not only to boost the content on the algorithm, but also to create better content which is more suitable for you guys. What works, what doesn't work. Let me know. Be honest. Be brutally honest. Try not to make me cry, but don't worry too much about hurting my feelings. Alright, guys, it's that time again. Remember, English doesn't have to be difficult. See you in the next one.